After choosing a background color, the next step is to draw an outline for the mountain. I usually use a yellow outline because it's easier to see compared to the other colors because of its own uniqueness. When creating the outlines, I start with solid straight lines like what I'm doing here, creating basic triangles. Then after forming some triangles that looks like a mountain, I tweak them a little bit so they wouldn't look like just a basic 2D shapes. My casual process is creating a concept first. During the process, as you work on bringing the concept to life, you come up with some ideas and that's when you begin putting the details into it. Here, I'm adding the lava of the volcano, and so on. Using the secondary color, I'm just randomly paint the darker parts of the volcano. I actually rely on my intuition because I don't have an idea where to put the dark areas, so I just put them where it feels right or look good to my eyes. I added more extra colors. When creating something, there are just two divisions. It's the primary base color and the secondary base color, light and dark. The primary color is the light one and the secondary color is the dark. When adding extra colors, they serve as supporting colors for those two. For example, the secondary color is dark. If you want to add more extra details, you'll add an even darker shade, same as the opposite. The technique I use when painting the colors, I didn't really know the actual term for it, but I'll call it the vector art technique because I used to do vector art and that's the technique I used when creating a vector art before. So instead of just using basic shapes when painting, you'll tweak it with more extra bend of shapes. And here's the result. When I saw this before, I did not like it, but after creating it many times, I just realized that this is the really good one and you will know why later on in this video. The problem is that it doesn't look good at first because it's much more detailed than the other objects. We will come back to it later. Let's go ahead to chapter 2 for now. So I didn't like the first one and I read some of it and I recreated it. Changing the creation process, I started with much more detailed outlines now. I already drew the plan of the volcano structure using the outline. Looking at this outline, you will already think that the result will be great. I had used this detailed outline method before when I created rocks, thinking it would be the solution. But guess what? Rocks and volcano aren't the same, so what happened is the looks became like a low polygon thing and it doesn't look right and I didn't like it more than the first one. I had to do something again. Chapter 3. After putting in all the effort, I didn't want to erase it like I did in the first part, so I tried the solution, a band-aid for it. I used the vector method but it turned out crappy because there were too many colors in the small spaces, making it look like camouflage and I didn't like it. I preferred the first one I created. So, I put a lot more effort trying all the methods I know but they didn't work as well. It almost drove me crazy, consuming a lot of time as I was stuck on this volcano part and there's still a lot more work to do for this map. Then I took a step back and experimented with some things and techniques. After repeating and repeating, my eyes got tired and I took some rest. Erase it. Erase all of it. The realization. Why you shouldn't stop trying until you get what you want. Even if you failed many times, all the methods, techniques, the patterns, all your efforts are not wasted. All of those failures aren't actually failures. Your subconscious and unconscious mind recognizes them all. Those patterns, methods, techniques, your mind will combine them all until it creates a solution and gives it to you. But what's the cause? Your brain is doing all the work even if you're not conscious of it, but you'll feel it and that's when you feel the stress. I have the solution for it, but that's what I'm going to say for now. Let's go ahead to chapter 5. Chapter 5, the final touch. I'm just polishing the details. I'm just adjusting the opacity based on the distance of every mountain, experimenting with the use to change the color if there's a need for adjustment to better fit the object into the environment and creating an atmospheric effect. Additionally, I'm adding the lava for the volcano. The color selection for the lava is too bright, so I adjust it with some built-in tools in Sprite. If you're not using it, I highly recommend it, guaranteeing you a big help. If you enjoyed watching this video, please follow me on my social media platforms. Thank you very much and I wish you a great day.